Morning. I keep making these videos where I'm all squishy faced and drinking my coffee and not entirely functional, but this is when I'm pulling cards. Got here to start us is with the flame, and the flame reminds me of Vesta. She represents our sacred mission. She represents the hearth and the home, all red. So the first lens we have is with that root chakra, which is being rooted in your inspiration, your passions, bring you vitality, getting into your foundation for support to light your path. It coming from the heavens above and allowing it to create the entire lens from which all is experienced. We've got rebellion upside down, Mars in Aquarius, Jupiter in Cancer, speculation, Saturn in Leo, generosity reversed, Mars in Aries, impulsiveness, Mars in Virgo reversed, and Mercury in Pisces, inspiration. Some of the things that started speaking to me is that Mars in Aquarius is about revolution. Aquarius is about bucking the system, bucking authority, knocking everything down, is with the aim of making everything fair and equal for all of humanity. This land, I'll put it right side up, the land is either silent because it's waiting for battle, or it's silent because it's had battle, right? There's like an ominous eeriness about it. So with the cards that we have here, rebellion upside down, and the next one is speculation. Like, okay, the time for outright battle is not now. There's this quietness that has settled here, and especially with this flame that's in the dark, and it almost feels like being underground in the trenches, and everyone's either, gathering supply of preparation. And this feels also true with this card of speculation. We're in Cancer, because Cancer's way of moving is side to side. Scuttle over here into your astronomy, and then you have to scuttle over here into your philosophy, and then you have to scuttle over here. But together it makes this nice wheel of grounded foundational truth. And again, with that red color of foundation in the root chakra, holds to be true. Then our next card is Saturn in Leo upside down, generosity. I mean, it's like, yeah, this time maybe feels really constrained. That's Saturn too. It feels limited. Your generosity feels limited. If you look at inflation prices and just all of the fear mongering and the propaganda, everyone feels this heaviness and this oppression. If you're a human right now, you're probably feeling that. There is a storm a-brewing, and right now it's important to lean into these talents, into these people, into your tribe, to start having some sort of strategy plans. Maybe don't be frivolous with your stuff right now. Know who to give to, maybe not everybody is worthy of your energy right now. And maybe that's true and maybe it's not. I would invite you to ask yourself, am I feeling pinched off from myself and therefore spirit and therefore abundance? And is this really true? Do I need to operate from this space of lack? What needs adjustment so that you can feel more in the abundance of things? Even if you are in the trenches, there's still something that's lighting your way. There's still something to be grateful for. There's Mars in Aries is about independence, it's about just like going for it. I don't know what it is that you need to do to get ready in whatever way that you need, but take that action. It's like, while everybody, because Mars in Aquarius is the community, so while everybody is getting their stuff together, but your responsibility is to get your actions done. So that flame to light your path, that inspiration, that hope, that desire should be the most important thing that you're always running to, because the physical is just the physical, right? It's just the details. It's part of the play that we're acting out. And I'm not saying that it's not really important, and I'm not saying that your pain and your experiences and your hopes and your joys aren't real, because they are real. Also, it's just the stuff in our fields put there for us so that as souls we can evolve. So in that way, it is a play. And holding true to the things that light you up, holding true to the things that light your way in the darkest moment, is returning to that self agency, that self-action, that self-love, that self-wonderment. Aries is also the warrior. be mindful of how you're showing up as a warrior and doing that. Maybe you're doing a little too much and you need to look at that and reflect, like, where am I being too aggressive? Where am I being too, because of this restrainment, like this constraint of resources and energy? Like, maybe it's where fights don't need to be picked. Maybe I'm fighting battles that don't really need to happen. And the two cards that we have sort of shoved away on the other side here is, like, again, this Virgo, Mars, criticism upside down for sure. Like, make sure everything is in right perspective. I'm not getting lost in like other people's whatever. So end up like just jumping into these battles where you don't need to. Just making sure that you're following that inspiration. Talk about the dreams, because a lot of the rebellion and the revolution that is brewing and starting to happen is as a result of people's dream for a new world lighting the way. Dreams that lead our actions, that inform our actions. It's the whole purpose of Uranus and Aquarius, the whole reason why there's a Tower card moment, as we continuously do throughout any time period when there's any giant ruling government and world powers, and we're seeing the cracks that don't work for us and the corruption, and we dream a more equal and harmonious space for all of humanity. And that's why we take up arms in our own lives or on a larger scale for the rest of, our community or our country or our world. That is the hope. And what you're going through, especially during this eclipse energy, if you're feeling a bit crunchy, feeling about limited and constrained in your resources and energy, and maybe question if that's really serving you and how you might want to change how you're delegating or sharing of yourself. And maybe all of it is totally in alignment and valid and true. Just not to worry about other people's crunchiness that they're walking through, because you don't want to just like run into a battle all the time and be wasting all this energy on drama and stuff that's like really not that important right now. And keep following that inspiration, keep following that flame of Vesta, keep following that spiritual mission that's leading you and guiding you. If you don't have a spiritual mission, I implore you, please take some time figuring out what your values are and what your dreams are, and allow that sacred mission to guide you. As humans, we need an ethical moral code. We need inspiration. We need vision. If you don't have one, you're probably depressed, right? You might be depressed for other reasons too, but we need direction to guide us, I'm just going to pull an angel card. Holding on to a past hurt is preventing you from moving forward and achieving your heart's desires. Let it go. Forgiveness does not mean that you condone another's actions. It simply means that you are no longer willing to be a perpetual victim to a particular person or event. Blame is a waste of your precious energy. Bless and surrender the past, for in doing so, you will reclaim the joy of life. Well, if that's not super pertinent to this reading, and it's also just been coming up so much, I feel like every week I'm pulling this card for people. Like, are you putting your energy into keeping walls up and resentments to like protect yourself against this past hurt or this potential thing in the future? And like, how much resources do you really want to waste on that? And is that the way that you want to operate and live out of in your life as that crab, suspicious and speculating, and just because somebody screwed you over once, we all have our pain bodies. And I'm not saying to accept abuse. I'm not saying you need to forgive anyone you're not ready to forgive. I really highly recommend working with the Ho'oponopono prayer. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you, even for yourself, because that's where it starts, is like loving yourself first. And the next card we have is gratitude. Thank you. This is a heartfelt thanks to you from someone who you recently helped in some way. I, your guardian angel, also wish to thank you for the unconditional love you emanate to the earth, humanity, and those around you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are eternally blessed. May peace, grace, and love forever guide you during your sacred path. Yeah, how beautiful. Again, just allowing inspiration and gratitude no matter what to lay your way, and allow that to inform you, allow that to be part of your resource in your toolbox. With that, thank you for joining me. I hope you have a marvelous eclipse day, and I'll see you next time.